Here's my Spotify to Apple Music hack for Hyped It. Hey, it's John here at Hyped It, and in this video I want to let you in on a little Hyped It hack, okay? Because we get a lot of music artists who ask, hey John, if I run a music ad automation campaign for Spotify, how can I send some of that fan traffic over into Apple Music? And while Hyped It doesn't have a template for this at the moment, for good reason, which I'm going to explain later in this video here, there is a little hack to work around it. And so I want to show you how to do this. Let's jump right in. I'm logged into Hyped It right now, and I'm looking at my dashboard, specifically the Add Campaigns tab. And what I want to show you is how to add a link to Apple Music to one of my live campaigns that I've going on for Spotify. So let's pick this campaign, for example, here. This is a campaign for Harlem House, one of my latest releases. It is a Grow My Spotify playlist campaign. So by default, this campaign is going to feed all the traffic that comes from Facebook and Instagram to a smart link that links fans over into Spotify without an option for Apple Music right now. Now, there is a reason why I do it this way, okay? And the reason is that I want the biggest possible results in Spotify. My experience has been that when I spread thin my music promotion budget and my efforts to promote myself on all kinds of different platforms, I got a little bit of a result here and there, but nothing really popped. But if I concentrate all my effort and my budget on one platform, such as I'm doing right now with Spotify, it gives it enough popularity on that platform that the algorithm picks it up. So while I'm showing you this hack, I'm not actually a user of it. I like to run all my campaigns with just a single smart link option for Spotify so that I get the biggest chance to get my music on Discover Weekly, Spotify Radio, and Release Radar. But if you're in a situation where you don't care that much about giving yourself the biggest opportunity to get on all the Spotify algorithmic playlists, and you're fine rerouting some of that fan traffic over to Apple Music or another platform, I'm gonna show you how to do this even if you already launched your campaign just to grow on Spotify. And it's really simple. All we have to do is put another button to another music platform on that same smart link that the ad automation already created for your Spotify campaign. So let me first show you how to identify that smart link. So again, I'm gonna do this for Harlem House here. So the first thing I'm gonna do is where it says a conversion page, I'm gonna click on smart link, and then I'm gonna look at the URL up here. And I'm gonna memorize what the ID of this URL here is. So this one ends in 61F. Now I'm gonna come back into Hyped It, and I click over to the Smart Links tab. And I'm looking for the smart link that has that same URL. And this is the one all the way on top here. This is the one ending in 61F. Now you might be wondering, John, why do you even do this? There's only one smart link for one song, right? And I would say most of the time you're right, but I'm actually running multiple campaigns for this song right now because I'm testing different things. So you can already see here, there are multiple smart links that have that same song associated with it. So I needed to identify the right one, which is the one here on top, 61F. So all I gotta do is now click on the edit icon to open up that smart link. Now Hyped It gives me a warning and says you better don't mess around with this smart link because it is attached to an ad automation campaign. If you change anything here, then it could literally destroy the benefits that you're getting from this campaign. And this is correct. That's usually why I would caution not to touch this smart link. But I'm showing you how to do this very specific hack in a way that does not impact your campaign. So I'm just going to click OK, and I'm being guided to the smart link settings here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down to the links section. I'm opening this up. This is where we have the Spotify link. This is probably a deep link that the ad automation campaign created for the song on your playlist. In my case, because I'm running a Grow My Spotify playlist campaign. But I want to add Apple Music here now. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit further. I see all the other store options available. Now, all I'm going to do here is click on Apple Music. And now I need to populate the URL here. What I don't want to do is let Hyped It automatically find the URLs. Because if I do that, then it will also override any deep links and other links that have already been set up. So in this particular case, I will do this manually. I opened Apple Music over here in my browser. I looked up Harlem House. So I'm going to do is click on Share, copy the link, and this is what I'm going to bring over into Hyped It here, paste it, and that's what I need. And so all I'm gonna do here is go next. I can already see in the preview now, I have the Spotify button and I have the Apple Music button. Go onto the confirmation and then say update, and that's it. Now the smart link's been updated. I can actually visit it right here, and you can see that now it will direct my fans to either Spotify or Apple Music. Now, one word of caution here. When you use the ad automation to set up a campaign for your music on Spotify, one of the interest targets that automatically gets added to your campaign, and you don't see this when you set up your campaign in Hyped It. This is all things that happen behind the scenes in order to optimize. So one of those interests is Spotify, because by default, the campaign is trying to attract fans with a primary interest in Spotify. And the reason why I'm saying this is by adding an Apple Music button to your smart link, it does not update the targeting of your campaign in Facebook and Instagram. And so that means you will still attract an audience that has an expressed interest in Spotify. But of course, there may be fans in the audience that even though they do like Spotify, they even prefer Apple Music. And this is why they might click on your Apple Music link. Overall, I would assume that the majority of fans coming to this page will still go over to Spotify, but Apple Music now is a second option. And I know I mentioned this before, but I'm gonna reiterate it here again. I don't do this. Even though I showed you the hack here, I'm not actually a user of this hack. And this is why once the video ends, I will actually take that Apple Music button away from this smart link again. And actually, why not even show you how to do this, just in case you find yourself in the same situation. So I'm gonna go back to the dashboard, the smart links, this is the one here. So I'm gonna click on edit again. I'm gonna go to OK. I'm gonna go back to the links section, and on Apple Music here, all I'm gonna do is click the little trash icon. The Apple Music button disappeared here. I'm gonna click on next, but I still have to confirm those changes. So I'm gonna open confirmation, say update, and now this is again in its original state without the Apple Music button. The reason why I run my campaigns like this, and you might be wondering, John, Apple Music there, wouldn't that just pick up some additional clicks? And you might be right. But what I'm concerned about are fans that do have Spotify. So they're able to listen to my music on Spotify, but for whatever reason, they decide to click on the Apple Music link. So this is a listener that I could have added to Spotify to help my popularity rise on Spotify and help the algorithmic playlist. But for some reason, that fan decided to click on the Apple Music button, and I therefore lost them as a listener in Spotify. And because of that dynamic of fans who have access to both music platforms and will click on Spotify if only Spotify is offered, but may have clicked on Apple Music instead, this is why I'm not offering this. I want to make sure that all the traffic that's coming here is basically forced into Spotify. And I truly believe that if I encounter a fan who sees my ad and doesn't have access to Spotify, but streams music on Apple Music and loves the song so much that they can't wait to listen to the full song, they do see my artist name, they do see the title of the song, that can always come over to Apple Music and manually look up the song. So I'm not concerned about losing somebody just because I only offer Spotify. And so there you have it, my little hack on how to add a link to another music platform to your ongoing Spotify campaign. And what's beautiful about this is that because you're not impacting your Facebook ad campaign, right? You're not changing anything in Facebook Ads Manager or Instagram or any of the interests. It doesn't really impact your campaign. Your campaign won't have to relearn. It can rely on all the data that's already there to keep sending fans over to your music. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, don't forget to hit the like, the subscribe, and the bell icon below so you can see more videos like this on YouTube on how to grow your fans and your streams on multiple music platforms. And if your number one goal is to grow your listeners, your streams, and your fans on Spotify, and you're not just looking for a hack, but you're looking for a tried and true system, something that can grow your audience on Spotify 24/7, even while you sleep, then check out this next clip right here, because that might do exactly that for your music on Spotify. Want to get your music heard on Spotify with AI? I just launched a brand new video training program called the Spotify Growth Switch, where I show you how to start growing real listeners, real fans, and real streams on Spotify in less than 10 minutes using software and AI. I've used the Spotify Growth Switch system to now grow my music to over 7 million streams and tens of thousands of monthly listeners on Spotify. This works for any music genre. It gets you real fans and listeners super fast, and it's extremely easy to set setup, literally just like flipping a spotlight switch for your music. Despite using AI, you don't need to know nothing about tech stuff in order to be successful with this. I've had the tremendous privilege of helping multiple tens of thousands of music artists grow their music on Spotify, many of which have grown to much larger numbers, lots more listeners, lots more streams than I have using the systems that I've taught. Makes me so proud of their success. And so if you want to get more real listeners, real fans, and real streams for your music fast using state-of-the-art software and AI, then click the link below this video and check out the Spotify Growth Switch. I can't wait to help you grow your music on Spotify, and I look forward to seeing you on the inside.